What's up?
What's up, buddy?
How's it going?
Good, man. Good. How was your day?
It's been pretty chillaxing,
Nice.
you know.
Yeah, I tried to do as little as possible myself. It was pretty nice.
Yeah,
Felt like I had to do some homework and really start thinking about stuff, though, because if we're gonna make two early division picks, there's a couple of those divisions that are pretty hard to pick. I
yeah.
mean,
Probably the NFC North would be one of them.
so you think the North?
It'd be a tough to pick,
There's gonna
and the
be,
West as well.
yeah, the West for sure.
But I tell you what, I'm gonna probably
East could get hairy.
yeah. I'll tell you what. This is what I'm gonna do. I'll tell you my picks, and then you can decipher them
Well,
after.
we got to do it proper, man.
Yeah.
We'll have to start with the North. Let's go.
Do you want to go to NFC first?
Yeah, let's get the NFC over with,
right.
because we know more about the AFC, and I don't want to look like too much of a fool.
Yeah.
So, go north, south, east, west.
Okay, north, south, east, west. Sounds good to me.
All right, north, bro. Give it to me. I don't care about reasoning. Just tell me the guy. We can talk about why we're picking our
I'm picking
picks.
the Packers to win the NFC North this upcoming season.
Nice. I'm going Vikings myself.
All right.
I think JJ McCarthy might shine.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty excited about it. I know that they're trying to build it for him, and I think they're going to protect him well.
I think the Vikings will regress 2 games. That's my opinion. I think
Still win the division.
No, I think the Vikings are going to be 12-5. I don't think they're going to have a good of a record that they had this past season.
Really?
Yeah. The Vikings are kind of always been like the stock market every year. One year they're 15-2.
All right. So
yeah.
I beg to differ because about 5 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, I said, "Bro, watch out! The Vikings are coming, bro."
Yeah,
and
saying that they don't have
only gotten better every year, and they even got better when they had to use a backup quarterback.
Yeah.
So now that they got the franchise guy back, and he's got this time to practice up. And
what was his injury though? What did he have that took him out for the whole season?
I mean, what was it? Something with his foot or ankle or something, man, or maybe broke his leg or something. I don't remember. Yeah,
I think there's.
I remember, bro, exactly what it was, but I know he was taken out, and then Sam Darnold went and that team just fucking picked him up and carried him right to the goddamn playoffs, man.
Okay. Well, you got the Vikings. I had the Packers. So
sweet.
And then the South, I'm gonna pick those Atlanta Falcons.
Me too. Me too. Me too, man. I think they got some juice. They got a heck of a lot of really good players. And let's see if their quarterback can get her going, man. I mean, they had a kind of a funny start last year. I thought they would have been doing better, but it's probably good for Penix.
I think Penix coming in off that bench, and I know that there was
for him to have his second year come up, and he only got thrown to the Wolves at the end of the first.
Yeah. Well, the thing with the Penix though was his injuries whenever he was in college, but that could be different this year.
So I mean, we could talk about that too, but to me, an injury can be fixed these days. I mean, geez, look at so many great running backs, and they're like, oh, we don't even want to touch him because he had an ACL.
Well, I understand that. The Carolina Panthers,
for God's sake.
Yeah. I think the Panthers will probably give Atlanta a fight as well as Tampa Bay. I'm not really concerned about New Orleans.
Yeah, so Tampa Bay looked like they still got some juice going on over there.
Yeah.
They did pretty good. And that's old Baker.
For guys,
Old Baker's there still, right?
Yeah. I think it'll be a more competitive division this year.
Who's their quarterback? Is it still?
It's still Mayfield.
Mayfield, still Baker.
For Tampa, yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be just. They'll be up there in contention for sure. Probably sneak a wild card.
I mean, the Carolina Panthers are making moves too. So I mean, they definitely have.
But it's like a it's like a door, man. Like if you can't quite wedge yourself through that doorway, you can't enter the the foyer. Right?
I know you don't care about moral victories, but I do believe some of those Carolina Panthers losses.
I don't care about moral losses, moral victories.
Well, you know what I meant to say. Moral losses, though. They had a couple games to where it was a shootout in a sense. You know what I mean? So if they would have went the other way, they could have had probably 3 or 4 more wins. I mean, at least 3. They could have been 8 and 9. You know, right there contending with Atlanta this past year. So, but I don't know. I think I would like to see Carolina do better. I think they have a better team than what the record shows. Atlanta, they just need a quarterback, and they have a good team. So
I believe they got some juice, man. Yeah. I think their guys cracked it kind of like. So remember a couple years ago, the Commanders kind of opened the door and they wedged themselves real close, right? Mm-hmm. And then this year we are here, just busted right through there. And then so I think that's what the Falcons are looking to do. And I hope that Penix can get her done and get them at least to wedge themselves up into the doorway, man. Mm-hmm. That'd be cool. So the East.
I'm picking the Commanders, man. They're loading up. They're doing
loading up. They had so much money.
The Cowboys, with Dak coming back out of injury, maybe they'll get 11 games. Maybe they'll win 10 or 11 games if Dak stays healthy. The Giants, I don't see them really doing too much unless they can surprise the heck out of us and actually do something. But the Eagles, obviously, they've won that division. They have Saquon Barkley. But the Eagles have lost a lot of key, defensive key players. And I can see them,
Hey, Chris, what's up, buddy?
It's going to be the Philadelphia, Washington, and the Dallas Cowboys at the end. And I think Washington's going to take that division. What's going on, man? How you doing, Chris?
See, and I'm wondering if anybody's even going to come close to what the Commanders are going to do. I got a feeling they're going to hit 14 wins, dude. I mean, that's a hell of a team this year.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. What is their schedule like next year? I wonder.
I'd say, you know what? That's going to be a fun one. We'll have to do a whole show on the new schedules, too. We'll have to go team by team and stuff.
But I like what Jaden Daniels have done with the Commanders, and I don't think he's going to have a sophomore slump. I think they're actually adding more key players.
Yeah, it's really hard to have a slump when you keep getting just the best around you.
They're going to get Deebo Samuels.
I mean, for real, dude.
They signed a lot of key players on defense.
And you know what? If he can take them to a Super Bowl, go with them to a Super Bowl, he can write his ticket for next year too.
It'd be crazy.
I mean, think about it. It looks well for everyone who joins together to get there. Yeah. You know what I mean? And speaking of joining together to get there, I'm torn, bro. What about the West over there? We got I think the Cardinals are a watch out team. They could come out of nowhere.
Yeah, the Cardinals, the Seahawks, and the Rams, and maybe even the Niners. Maybe they'll actually pull their head out of their butts, but I don't know, man.
Rams are losing everybody. They're not making a whole lot of.
Well, not necessarily. They picked up Devontae Adams. They kept their offense. Their offense is still intact. Their defense, can they do something? That's the thing.
I don't know if I want the Devontae Inferno at my.
Yeah, but Seattle, they picked up Sam Darnold. Yeah,
Yeah.
From the Minnesota. He just signed that contract.
Who got him?
Seattle.
Seattle did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I think Seattle
And
could
then Cooper Kupp
probably
is
do
with
okay.
Seattle as well too now.
What's that?
Cooper Kupp went to Seattle.
Wow.
So I mean, that'll be interesting. If I'll tell you what, I'm kind of torn between all three. Actually, I'm kind of torn between the Rams and the Seahawks. The Cardinals, they need to show me something.
Yeah.
They got Kyler Murray as their quarterback.
But there's a time that they just come out of nowhere. That it's been a very long time that they've been able to do it, and all they got to do is make playoff 1 year, and they're going to get more guys to come in.
Yeah, they're well. This I know. Season stats don't make a difference in the previous years, but the Cardinals were good at home. They were 6-3 at home, and then 2-6 on the road. So their division was 3-3, and their conference was 4-8. So that'll be interesting to see what happens. You know what I'm saying? And their non-conference obviously was the AFC. They were 4-1 against the AFC. The Cardinals were, but they lost to the Buffalo Bills in Week 1, and that was a good game.
Honestly, the AFC is so gosh dang tough.
Yeah.
The AFC is really tough. I mean, even our weak teams are pretty okay,
Well, I'm going to still pick the Rams to win that division. Who do you have? For the West, NFC
torn
West.
between the Cardinals and the Seahawks, so I'm going to take Seahawks.
All right.
Yeah, I'll take the Seahawks. That's rough. I better make a note here. There we go. Done and done. So now we can go to the
AFC North,
the best conference in football.
The AFC. Even though the NFC won the Super Bowl this year,
I don't care. We're still the best. I mean, every once in a while, my legs see the sunshine. So
yeah,
like every once in a while, the sun will shine on a certain spot.
Yeah, for real, right?
Under a dog's tail and everything. So the AFC North. Taking Ravens, buddy.
I'm picking the Bengals.
Really?
They finished the season on a 5-game winning streak. I know the Ravens, they have Derrick Henry, they have Lamar Jackson, they have, D-Hop.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, that defense is amazing, but
and every one of their receivers is going to get better because of D-Hop.
Yeah. I think the Bengals are trying to build on something that, they finished strong, and I think they want to come into the season continuing to do what they did finishing out last season. I'm picking the Bengals.
I'm still taking Ravens, man. They got a Harbaugh, and they got just a roster, bro. Just a roster.
I hear you.
The only thing I think that's really going to take them down is just people knowing the Harbaugh's style so well.
Yeah.
We got some defensive coordinators in the AFC that can pick apart a Harbaugh game, I mean, now it's a matter of can our talent keep up with that talent? And there's quite a few defenses. I think the Chiefs' defense got better, so maybe the Chiefs and the Bills look like their defense is getting better.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah. So
trying to work on that pass rush is what they're trying to do. So the AFC South, that's going to be a toss-up.
You know what, though? A toss-up. I mean, the Texans probably going to just do it again.
What about the Colts, man?
Show me. Show it to me. Finally, Colts. What are you doing? Show it to me. Because they tickle you every year at the beginning of the year. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Look what we're going to do. Look at how good we're doing. And then
what's crazy is this last year, they were the Colts were 7-5 in their conference. In the AFC, they were 7-5. In non-conference games, they were 1-4.
Yeah,
can they just change it around and actually do something? Yeah, you might be right, but I'm gonna pick the Colts. I'm picking the Colts to win that the AFC South.
Maybe this is the year, bro. I'm not gonna go against that.
Richardson and that team, can they actually get
I'm
it
taking
together?
the Texans just because they're the ones proving it, man.
You
It's
know,
like
who'd they
to
get?
me, that's like picking
Yeah.
against the Bills.
Yeah.
So, like if you're going to just be there every year and nobody else is even coming close, those moves probably aren't going to really make a giant effect right away. You know, maybe it'll take half a year or the next year it'll start working, right? But right now, I don't see any moves that are making anybody any better than what the Texans are.
Mm-hmm.
They got some young, hot talent too.
They traded some players to who they trade them to. I need to look into that. But
Diggs.
Well, Diggs is a free agent. He's looking at probably becoming either a Jet, a Patriot, or a Buffalo Bill again.
Well, why in the hell would the Jets want him?
I don't know.
Why would you do that to your locker room? I mean, he better be good because I don't think Aaron Glenn will put up with any shit at all, bro. So none of that locker room diva shit, right? Because he's a goddamn good receiver. He's really good, really talented. So I just don't understand why he has to like show out in the locker room. You just show up to work, you know. I mean.
Yeah, I hear you.
So yeah, I guess I'm taking Texans and you're taking the Colts. Now we're at the East, and you know the Jets are going to win that division, dude.
I'm taking the Bills to win that division.
I'm taking the Bills too. You know it.
Yeah.
Come on, man. And, the Patriots are going to kick your butt, you know.
It's still the Bills division.
Honestly, you know Miami owns that division, so.
You know, so yeah. That's my thought on that.
Isn't Miami like undefeated against you guys or something? What is team?
Oh yeah, they're really undefeated. Oh yeah. They're 2-14 against Josh. Well, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, Buffalo is 14-2. Allen is 14-2 against the those Miami Dolphins, I believe, or maybe the record is a little bit more, but they've only lost 2 games against the Dolphins since Josh Allen has been that quarterback for that team. So, oh yeah, because they got rid of they traded Texans traded to the Commanders Laramie Tunzel. That was what I was looking at.
There's 716 again. What's up, fellas?
So,
what's up, Chris?
It'll be interesting. Yeah, it's going to be a competitive. I'm hoping the East is more competitive. I would like to. I mean, I'd rather see the Buffalo Bills run away from it, obviously. But
I mean, why wouldn't you? But yeah, I mean, there's going to be a couple teams that maybe make you stumble. You know, I mean,
the Miami Dolphins.
You're not Superman or nothing, and you sure don't own nothing yet.
No, the
Dolphins.
It
was pretty cool. You guys got to the championship last year.
I mean, the Dolphins. They don't look. I mean, if they could just pull their keep their quarterback healthy, they might have an opportunity to contend with Buffalo. The Jets with their new coaching and they got Geno Smith. No, who's their Justin Fields as their quarterback and. Can they actually turn that organization around? And
dude, Justin Fields hasn't been given really great teams before, and he's literally getting handed a roster that really should work.
And you want to know what? That's a bubble quarterback. That's a dual threat quarterback. I hate to say. No, I mean he's not as great as Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, But I think he's working the way that right there. I think with the coaching. Mm-hmm. He could be right there like what Philadelphia is with Jalen Hurts.
Exactly. Exactly what I was
going to say. And the Jets have the running game. They have.
I would put him on the same tier as far as quarterback talent as a Jalen Hurts.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
give him the guys.
Yeah.
They're going to get it done.
And then
Brock Purdy.
Yeah, and then
Brock Purdy. Give him the guys. They're going to get it done. I don't think Brock Purdy's as good as Jalen Hurts, and I'm not saying that that Justin Fields is better than Brock Purdy. What I'm saying is that's the kind of quarterback, though. Give them the guys, and they're going to go get it done. You know, and I don't think Fields has ever had like that kind of support where he had a great running back or two to choose from, and damn good line on paper, and hopefully they get this. Glenn has brought something different over there, man. Maybe they get over in New York. Maybe they get that brotherhood thing going. You know, like the Chiefs have this kind of. It turns into a brotherhood. Like it's family, bro. They're our family for sure. All of the fans, but it's supposed to be more of a feeling, like side by side. To me, side by side is a shield wall. You know, I mean, I'm fighting for the guy right next to me and the guy right next to me on this side too. You know.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. Maybe that Glenn fella, he seems like he's got some moxie for a coach.
Yeah, I mean, heck, I'm actually impressed with the Patriots signing to Marcus Epps.
Dude, Vrabel's got his own plan, and he's already had his crew together.
Yeah,
he knows what the fuck he's doing, and he's going to get it done. He's going to go make playoffs, give it a run. You know, not that if they don't give a push real hard and try to steal a wild card this year, they're probably going to next year. You know, then that's all you need is a foot in the door. You know.
Yeah,
I think Glenn's after that foot in the door too. I think he's smart enough where he's gathered a plan together to do the same thing. Miami has a coaching problem. They've got good talent,
great talent.
And they've got, and they're hemorrhaging money to like quarterbacks and wide receivers.
Yeah,
they're just bleeding out. Like if we were in the ocean, I would swim away from them.
Well, they did lose Mostert. So
is what
they lost Raheem Mostert. The money.
Oh, yeah, dude. I mean, can't pay everybody if 4 guys are taking all the money, you know?
Yeah. Just trying to figure out where he went. I think he went to
I like how your quarterback, old Allen, I like how he took a bit of a pay cut to, you know, keep some better talent in there, keep bigger fish in the pond.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked that because the bigger fish can even keep them snapping turtles at bay. You know?
Yeah, that's right. Mostert went to the Raiders.
Dude, the Raiders make some moves. All right, let's go to the West.
It's still the Chiefs division. I'm taking the Chiefs.
I mean,
I like what the Chargers did this past offseason. I like what the Broncos did. You know, this offseason with Bo Nix and Sean Payton. I think that moving on from Russell Wilson and picking up somebody from the draft and what they did with Bo Nix and all them, I think honestly the Broncos will probably regress a little bit, but I do think they still have a fight and they're going to be competitive. You know, so.
I got a feeling the Broncos are going to do what they have done every time, and they're going to just start blaming Bo Nix. He had his hot start, got him playoffs, but then this year when it goes downhill, all of the Broncos fans are going to just fucking turn on the kid.
You know, the Raiders, they finally, you know, they're
looking like they're making moves, but they're paying too many guys too much money. And they're not going to have a full team. You got to have all 3 phases.
Yeah, their key additions that was Geno Smith, Raheem Mostert. They signed Max Crosby to a 3-year extension, obviously.
Yeah, dude. Look, what 107 million for 3 years.
I mean, they did re-sign their edge rusher Malcolm Kuntz. They paid him a 1-year deal worth $12 million.
He's really good. Yeah,
they did get Alex Kappa, an offensive guard that's going to help Geno Smith. So I think Kappa, he was a Bengal, so they stole him from the Bengals. Wow.
See, I want Ford, dude. I
Wow.
want to steal him from the Bengals.
He's still, but Ford's still there. But that'll be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, honestly, I think it's, the Chargers, they picked up Najee Harris for a 1 year deal. I mean, that's a hell of a play. And they picked up Mike Williams, too, you know, and they,
Yeah, the Chargers are looking strong, dude, and they're just getting stronger. That's
dude,
the
and
Harbaugh
they
way.
got Conklin, Tyler Conklin. I think Tyler Conklin was a Jet last year. Now he is, he was a Jet. Now he's a Charger.
Yeah, man.
Wow. They did a lot of things the Chargers did this offseason.
They did all of that just to get beat by the Chiefs twice.
Oh wow, they picked up Mecca Beckon from the offensive guard from the Eagles, the Super Bowl champ. They signed him to a 2 year deal for $20 million.
Yeah, dude. The Eagles have been losing a lot of players, bro. Like they're getting picked apart. The vultures are swooping in and just taking a lot of their talent away. You been watching that?
Yeah. Wow, Dante Jackson. So you know what? A lot of people from the Steelers left to go be with the Chargers and be with John Harbaugh, man. Oh, Jim Harbaugh, excuse me. Wow.
I can see it.
Wow, they Dante Jackson was a cornerback for the Steelers. Najee Harris, running back for the Steelers. Mike Williams, he was a Steeler as well, and now they're all Chargers. Holy crap! They're looking at trying to do something new to be competitive as well.
Too. We're gonna hold on, bro. Like there's no way the coaches are letting this go. Wow. We've been bringing in some fucking beef, bro.
Yeah.
And so right now, this is what I like is we've got the free agents now, right now.
Yeah, you guys
literally do whatever we want in the draft.
Mm-hmm. You guys picked up, Garner Minshew as a backup, and you guys still have Bailey Zappi.
That's what I'm saying, dude. We picked up a whole bunch of free agents too to fill all the gaps, and we made all these good re-signings and everything. You
guys picked up Elijah Mitchell.
Got better, and it looks like our offense could get better.
Oh, you guys are gonna because Elijah Mitchell is not a bad running back. You guys got rid of Perrine, went back to the Bengals, but you guys picked up Elijah Mitchell.
Perrine.
Yeah, Perrine. He's now a Bengal again. And then
he was a Bronco, I thought.
Perrine?
Yeah, he was a Bronco.
No, he was a Bengal, went Bronco, and then went to the Chiefs.
He was a Bronco when we picked him up.
Yeah, he's now a Bengal again, but he was.
You know what? And those Broncos fans are so finicky, man. They just think they should have the absolute best all the time. And they made fun of the Chiefs for taking their third string quarterback that they didn't want.
Mm-hmm.
And he helped us a lot to get to that Super Bowl. You know what I mean? He worked really hard for that. And hey, salute Sam J. Perrine.
Okay,
Thank you very much for being a Chief, buddy.
Yeah, he was a commander.
Bro. I hope you have a good career over there with the Bengals. Mm-hmm. They're smart to take you back.
Yeah. He was drafted by the Commander, excuse me. Then he went to the Bengals. Then he went to the Dolphins. Then back to the Bengals. Then he did the Bengals for 2020 to 2022. Then he was with the Denver Broncos in 23, Chiefs 24. Now he's
he figures out your system, bro.
Yeah.
He's a workhorse. You know, he ain't afraid to throw it right at you. Like he's pretty tough, and he's pretty quick on his feet considering how long he's been in the game. And guys ain't in the game that long as a pro, just because we like them.
Yeah, I hear you.
He's a tough guy. We kept Kareem.
Yeah, Kareem Hunt. He's actually done really, really well. with you guys again.
And so the Chiefs are in a position right now where we can. We've got the free agents to cover a lot of holes, and so now we can draft where we feel, and so we can trade up if we want to. We can, take the best player available at our picks. We don't have to worry about trades. Literally.
Yeah, well, you guys picked up Kristen Fulton from the Chargers that signed a 2-year deal, $20 million max value.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, dude, we got stronger. Mm-hmm. And that's got to be fucking terrifying for a lot of teams. And I know people are going to be talking the smack on the Chiefs like they do and stuff, but man, we got a genius as a GM. And even on the years where we're basically in poverty, somehow we seem to slide it through where we get better. We do good when we're just regular. Regular for us is going to the AFC Championship. That's like regular now.
Yeah.
Bizarre, dude. And then now I think we're good enough to go like make sure and put a stamp on it that that's ours. I think this might be the year that Kansas City comes back like a revenge, bro. My guys are a little bit pissed off, and they're going to come out fucking kicking people's asses. I think it's going to be like that. That injury-riddled shit, but we still went to the Super Bowl on crutches. We went to the Super Bowl on fucking crutches. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think my guys are a little bit pissed off because of all this talk. It's been a lot of talk. That's all I'm saying. It's been a lot of talk. We've been talking from Bills guys saying how we're just done. There's been talk from analysts saying, "Oh, it's over," but they've said this.
They said that about Buffalo last year when we got rid of a lot of
the last 7 years. They said it about KC.
Yeah,
they
said you got to dethrone the Kings first. You got to dethrone them off the top of the mountain before.
Yeah, but what do you do when the king is Conan the motherfucking barbarian, and now you just pissed him off because you got away with the jewels of Guehar or whatever.
Well, you know what? All I have to say is I can't
want that treasure back,
and that we get to see Buffalo and Kansas City in the playoffs once again.
Man, what are we gonna do about wild cards? We're gonna have to figure out who's gonna be in the wild card now. We've got our divisional picks. I don't think in my division. I'll go to the West right now at my marker.
The Chargers probably would.
None of them.
None, really?
Yeah.
I think the Chargers will steal a wild card spot.
See, and I'm thinking there's 3 wild card spots, and there's a Bengals team that wants one of them.
Yeah. Well, I picked the Bengals to win, and I'm picking the Ravens to take that one, obviously.
See what I'm saying? And now we got a Colts team that wants in.
Right.
Okay. And then, good God, Vrabel might have something there already.
Yeah. The Dolphins, Jets, and Patriots could have something to say as well.
And
it's going to be tough,
And the Chargers got weaker.
You think so? You think so?
Yeah.
The Chargers.
I think they lost.
No, I think their offense. They did really good.
I thought they lost a lot of great players, dude.
Yeah, but they picked up, dude. They have. I mean, their defense right here. Let's look at their defense. They have Khalil Mack. He re-signed. Deshaun Hand, an edge rusher, signed a year deal. You have a defensive lineman, Naquan Jones. I mean, if you look at
those guys are super good.
Elijah Molden, he signed a 3-year deal extension. That's a hell of a cornerback there. Dante Jackson, he's not a bad cornerback too. I mean, they picked up Najee Harris. They actually needed a running back that was a true running back.
Najee is
Harris.
a hell of a talent too. Yeah,
Najee Harris, man. I think he's going to do good for the Chargers.
Isn't that awful that they're all just going to go there and do good for the Chargers? Because they're not going to even fucking make the playoffs, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's going to be.
I mean,
and God dang it, Brandon would choke me right now, right? Because he's like the biggest Chargers fan, bro. He's got more Chargers shit than I got Chiefs shit for sure. But if they're just gonna Charger, they're gonna do like they do every year. They're gonna come on hot and they're gonna be like, "Oh shit, we got a chance! Oh shit, we got a chance!" Where did that go? This last season they got to the playoffs. That was cool. Good job. But what did they do from there? I just don't think it's ready. I think what's cooking is going to take it's going to take drafting and training to get the Harbaugh his shot, and his shot's only going to be a wild card until Andy's gone. Then he's going to take the division.
Yeah, dude, those Commanders, their wide receivers. Noah Brown re-signed with that team. Michael Gallup of the Cowboys signed with the Commanders. KJ Osborne re-signed with the Commanders, and Deebo Samuel, being there as well.
They have literally, they're building a dream team.
Yeah, Zach Ertz re-signed, and they re-signed John Bates as well. They're 2 tight ends.
Isn't that just nuts, bro? Hey, Richie Fresh.
Hey.
What's up, buddy? Hey, sorry about no notification, man.
They have
to open up some call-ins pretty soon. What do you think, Anthony?
Yeah, we can. I'm just looking at this roster that the Commanders did all this season, man, and they have, they beefed up on that defense too, that defensive line. So,
for sure, bro. Yeah, pretty solid the moves they're making over there in Washington. That is for sure. That's impressive. The Vikings made some pretty good moves too. I just really there's a couple of teams that are. I'm going to stick with the West. The Broncos, I think they went downhill.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you?
We'll
you think the Chargers went uphill, but the Broncos went downhill?
Well, I would probably say that the Denver Broncos kind of stayed stagnant. Let me look at who they picked up again. Let's go to the West again. Forgive me. So the Broncos, the only thing they picked up was another wide receiver, Trent Sherfield, signed a 2-year deal. They have Evan Ingram, a tight end. They picked up Dre Greenlaw, the linebacker. They have, because Greenlaw, he was a Niner. And then they picked up an offensive tackle, Matt Pert. They re-signed him. Excuse me. He was still on that team. So, I don't know. It just seems like who's this Tolanoa Ufanga guy, the safety?
You know what? He's pretty good, bro.
Yeah, the Broncos picked him up.
He's pretty good. They got a pretty good defense.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say top.
I think the West will be more competitive than you think it will.
All right. In the AFC, they're going to push top 10 for defense for sure. But that's.
I think the West and the East are going to be more competitive than a lot of people think it's going to happen. Than a lot of people think it's going to be. Just like the North, the NFC North is going to be very competitive. I think the Bears could surprise us. Until it happens, the
Bears are going to do it finally.
I think the Bears can surprise.
I think that's going to take more than just.
I think that would be a huge. I think that would be a huge underdog team.
Bro, that's
be a Cinderella team.
Yeah, the Bears.
I hear you.
And who's that?
Well, let me ask you this: who would be your Cinderella team that that's not going to do nothing that could may surprise everybody? Who is your Cinderella team in the NFL this coming? That you too
That's the
early.
Cardinals, bro. That's why I keep saying it. Like that's why it was hard for me to pick the Seahawks to take that division.
Yeah.
I think the Cardinals might be that Cinderella team this year. They've got guys on their team I really like, and I think I might just go to Glendale for some games and throw some support down at them. I'll still wear my Chiefs stuff, but I'll root for the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
You know, why not? Why not, man?
I mean, they did acquire Joe Tooney. They're trying to protect that quarterback.
Whoa. Anybody that picks up Tooney is gonna be very pleased, no matter how much he cost. That guy's really good.
Devin Duvernay, who is this guy?
Marnay?
Duvernay, yeah, Duvernay, yeah.
He's good, dude.
Yeah, he was a Jaguar. Now he's a Bear.
Huh.
Wow, they picked up Smythe from the Dolphins. He's not bad. They picked up a center, Drew Dahlman, signed a 3-year deal.
Where's he from?
Atlanta. He was a center for the Atlanta Falcons. Now he's
Was he the starting center? Or was
he's going to be the starting center. He signed a 3-year deal for $42 million, 28 guarantee.
Boy.
I
say double down on centers. If you could draft every single center that goes into the draft and then teach them to play every position too.
They seem like they're trying to do something. The Bears look like they're trying. They look like they are, but it depends on coaching and their scheme. And, they started out the season great, right? And then they just floundered the rest of the season after that. They went like 0-8 the last game, or 1-7 or whatever it was. They just couldn't get it together. Let's look at the Bears. Yeah, the last 5 games are 1-4. So they started the season great, but then on the road they couldn't do nothing. They were 1-7, 1-5 in their division, 3-9 in their conference, and 2-3 in non-conference. They just weren't that great. They were the only team in negative net yards or negative net points. Excuse me. So unbelievable.
Yeah.
But they were close. Points for, there was 310. Points against, 370. I know it's still a 60-point difference, but this is just last year's,
that's a lot of weeks of, getting beat by probably 6 points.
Yeah.
That sounds about right. Something like that, right?
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I'm interested in that. That's my Cinderella team, even though I would rather pick the Panthers, but I'm going to pick the Bears.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I agree with Mike Jones here. The Bears stirred up the all line, so we'll see what happens with Kalen Williams. We'll see what Kalen Williams has. That would be interesting to see.
Caleb's got some juice. I'm not saying he's going to be Hall of Famer or nothing, but yeah, he's got some
first round.
A lot of good qualities to him.
First pick of last year's draft, he better do something.
Pretty fucking smart kid, so maybe he's got this shit figured out. He did. You got to figure what the Bears do to their quarterbacks,
Mm-hmm. But I like your pick with the Arizona too. There's a lot of good teams out there that could be Cinderella teams.
There are.
The Patriots could be the
Cinderella. So if San Francisco comes back, is that a Cinderella team?
No, I feel like.
Or is that a team that had a slump from hell?
I think that's a team that had bad that just had bad luck last season, and they just couldn't get over the hump because McCaffrey was hurt all season long. That's their horse right there, man. That's their workhorse. Right. Without McCaffrey, they ain't nothing, in my opinion.
I mean, nah, bro. They had so many guys. I mean, sure, everybody was injured.
But no, I mean, McCaffrey is the reason why that offense gelled so well. And that's why you were able to get, their tight end. What's his name again? I forget.
They were good before they got McCaffrey, bro.
Well, I know they were good, but they weren't great.
They went to the Super Bowl before they got McCaffrey.
Yeah.
So, and that was like, what, a year or two before they got McCaffrey.
But the year after that, they didn't do nothing.
Sure.
So that was after that.
And then they got McCaffrey and gave it a run again.
At that point.
And then he didn't do diddly shit in the Super Bowl, really.
Yeah.
He got away like once there, I think. Hey, Mike Jones, what's up, buddy?
We'll see.
So,
if and you have to have a good running game to open up your passing game.
What about the Steelers, man? You can't ever really count out the Steelers.
That's the quarterback position. Will Aaron Rodgers go to the Steelers or will he not? That would be that's going to be something.
He'll be like, I want to bring in Hackett, and he'll be like, I want to bring in Lizard or whatever his name is, and he'll be like, I want Devontae back. And
Devontae's he signed with the Rams, so he can't go anywhere. So, and I don't think
it doesn't mean he makes the team.
Hmm.
And then he's just free agent again after he sloughs it and doesn't make the team.
I don't know. Personally, I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to play football again. That's my opinion. I would hope not, because he was great when he was in his prime.
Yeah, his time's over, bro. It's too bad, too. I mean, I really wanted to see him against Mahomes in a big game.
I mean, as a Bills fan, I was hoping that he would have had the vintage Aaron Rodgers as a Jet, to where Buffalo
give you guys some hell to play with, huh?
Yeah. I hope Rodgers does go to the Steelers. Just not sure how his personality will mix. We'll make Mike Tomlin. We'll mix with Mike Tomlin.
Tomlin will be like, "You're gonna have to show up to the practices, guy." All of them. Like, he showed up to a bunch of, I think Rodgers showed up to a bunch of them that were like not mandatory, but skipped like every fucking mandatory. And then he said, I got to have all my guys around me. I want my guys.
Yeah, we'll see.
Obviously, it's not working. So I don't know why why anybody like the Steelers would fall for that Rodgers game. I mean,
they need a quarterback. They don't have one. They got rid of Pickett. They got rid of Fields.
Still,
they don't even have Russell Wilson because Russell Wilson's a free agent.
Draft one.
Russell Wilson's a free agent.
Good.
Yeah.
Good for Russell. I hope he goes somewhere and he's a great backup.
Mm-hmm.
But draft a fucking quarterback.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's that quarterback that everybody goes, no, bad legs.
Yeah, that's irrelevant, and maybe he'll do something.
Mahomes was that guy that nobody had faith in. And he came in and he did really well when he finally got to start. He had to sit behind Alex Smith, right? And then when he got his first start at the end of that year against Denver, beat the shit out of him. And then literally went on a holy terror his entire career. And he was that guy that they said wasn't talented, and he was more of a baseball player, and he just didn't fit the game. And they said all kinds of shit about him in his career. Yeah. And the fucking guy just keeps on doing it, So maybe, hey, maybe he hits another one,
Mason Rudolph is going to be – he signed a 2-year deal for $8 million with $4.5 million guaranteed. So looks like Mason Rudolph could be the quarterback of the future for the Steelers for this time being until they draft somebody.
Isn't he the one that got hit in the head with his own helmet?
I believe so. Yeah.
That was unfortunate. That was unfortunate. That whole situation was pretty unfortunate for him. Whether he
unless they
said it
do.
or whether he didn't, it was pretty unfortunate.
I mean, Russell. I don't know. It's just, my opinion. I think Justin Fields should have stayed a Steeler, and Justin Fields should have stayed the starting quarterback for all of last season. Because the Steelers, they fell in the last 5 games of the season. They just could not get it together.
I guarantee there's 1 or 2 backup quarterbacks in this league that would bust their ass.
Watch Flacco
for a chance. You know,
maybe Flacco goes to the Steelers and helps that team.
So that's why you need to draft a quarterback, because if you're going to take Joe Flacco, he is a backup quarterback. He knows it. He's played his role already, and he's got his ring, and now he's continuing his career as that guy that can fill in. He can't do full seasons anymore. He'll get fucking destroyed, man. I like Joe. I don't want to see him hurt. You know, I mean, I know he's still tough as nails, but a lot of that, he's not going to show. He doesn't seem like the guy that shows that he's being beat up on the inside of his body, and he takes hits, bro. Because
the Steelers are always well coached. I mean, to put a good quarterback on there that has played.
That's why they draft a quarterback. Take one of these guys, man. There's going to be guys in the second round that probably should have been drafted like right away. They're just going to shine. There's going to be plenty of quarterbacks left in the first round. Why? What says that you have to take those guys? Mahomes came from fucking Texas Tech, the Red Raiders. Nobody knew who the hell they were before that. I mean, yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. But like, they figured, well, he's coming out of this podunk school, and they were mediocre at best. What the hell's going on with that? I mean, Josh came out of Wyoming. Who the fuck looks at Wyoming and goes, God, they're quarterback makers. Right?
Well, I hear you, but Pittsburgh, they picked 21. Their pick is 21. Mm-hmm. So it's interesting to see what happens.
What quarterback is possibly going to be available after 21? Or close to 21 where they could trade up a couple of spots. The late round is where you're picking your other guys. That's kind of everybody started doing it that way. It's been a very long time since I've seen a first pick be something other than like a great receiver or a great quarterback or something, I want to see a fucking lineman be taken number 1.
Wow.
I think we took Eric Fisher. Oh, we took him first round.
So the only ones that are so the quarterbacks that are available right now, you still have Aaron Rodgers, Trey Lance, Drew Lock, Joe Flacco, Carson Wentz, Case Keenum, Teddy Bridgewater, Russell Wilson, obviously. I mean, there's nobody. I mean, Drew Lock, maybe? I don't know. I mean,
the Broncos sure hammered on that kid, and I thought he had a lot of talent.
I mean,
but he's another one of them that went through that Denver fan grinder.
Yeah. Tyler Huntley, he's young.
What happened to that kid Martinez from the Jets? He showed like he had a lot of promise. And maybe if you gave it hell with him and Russell Wilson, I guess the Steelers could maybe train up a new kid.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers is 41. He's going to want a 41-year-old.
I don't want him anywhere near my team. He's going to have them all on fucking darkness retreats, and they're going to be skipping mini camps. 40.
So...
What I need for my team is a babysitter so that these fucking kids quit getting in stupid trouble. Just fucking stupid trouble. Why is it always got to be girl trouble, dude?
Yeah, all the time.
Either girl trouble or so Rashi Rice, he was racing cars way too fast while there was too many cars on the freeway. So at least that's not girl troubles. But Tyreek was a pain in the ass with girl trouble. Willie Gabe beat up his vacuum cleaner in front of his girl. Then Xavier Worthy turns into, I don't know what's going on with that. It's all hush now. Just craziness, dude. Makes me crazy. Like, hey, yeah, girls are crazy. They will manipulate the shit out of you. But that sucks, Like, just tell them get their shit and get the fuck out. Like, come home one day and be like, and she'd be like, where have you been? And you say, I was playing poker with a bunch of the boys. And then she'll say, well, you can get your stuff and get out. And then you just tell her, well, so can you, because I lost the house. Let's see what she does. Don't laugh like I do. Just stare at her, see what she says.
Right. I lost the house.
And then just go, whatever, get your stuff. Yeah, well, get your stuff. Get your stuff. We have to leave. We still have the cars. Take that one.
I don't know, man. This would be interesting. I'm kind of curious what the Steelers are going to do. I really am.
Well, I hope well for them. I like Tomlin. I like the guys they got. They got good guys on their team. Talent, they're thick with talent. They got smart players. They got just some goddamn animals over there, bro. It's a good team, and they always show up somehow and push for a contention,
Yeah, like Mike Jones said, they should have given Fields his shot. He wasn't playing terrible at all.
He wasn't playing bad, dude.
They were winning. They were doing amazing, dude.
It was beyond me. So I was wondering if maybe it was their ownership thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
About it. We talked about this before Russell Wilson took the field.
Yeah. Like, why? We were all wondering.
You asked me what would I do. What would I do? Would I keep Fields or should I put Russell in? In my opinion, I would have kept the quarterback in that is doing well until he decides to decline.
He was like what? He was like 5-3 or something.
Yeah, no, I think he was better than that. I think he was 5-2. I really believe he was 5-2 before he
was well over 500. It was like shocking when he got signed. Yeah, and they said, "Oh, we're going to go with Russell Wilson." What the fuck is going on over there?
Let's look at their.
You got some good pictures of the owner or something?
Let's see here. Yeah, they beat the Falcons. They beat the Broncos. They beat the Chargers. They were 3-0. Then they lost. Then they lost to the Colts 3-1. They got beat by the Cowboys by 3, so they were 3-2. Yeah. Then they beat the Raiders 4-2. They beat the Jets 5-2. And I think that's when he came in and played against the Raiders. Or excuse me, no. They were 6-2 because they beat the Giants. It was after the bye. Then they played the Commanders. Then he went on and then that's when the
Commanders beat him, and so they put in Russell Wilson.
No. The Commanders, they beat the Commanders. It was 28-27.
The Steelers won. Commanders?
Yes, they beat the Commanders.
And then
Dude, they were
did they bench him because he did too fucking good?
No, they wanted to give Russell his shot. They were like, well, we traded for you, so we're going to give it to you. So they only lost 2 games before because they beat the Ravens. Dude, they were
insane, dude.
Yeah, they were at week 11, they've only lost 2 games and they had a bye. So they were 8-2 going into week 12.
Wow.
and then they
Who
lost.
in the hell made that decision? My good Lord.
They just got their butts beat, man. It was crazy.
Was it in Russell's contract he gets to play half of the season?
I think that's probably what it was, maybe. I have no idea.
Oh, my God.
But dude, why change a formula that is already winning?
Oh, that just makes the Jets sound even scarier, dude.
Yeah. Because they have Brees
They can
Hall.
ball the fuck out and hit 9 or 10 wins this
They have
year.
that other running back that they have too, that rookie. What was his name again? The Jets have. I mean, my gosh, dude.
Wow, they could shock you guys this year, bro.
I don't know.
Like, if Fields can, if he can do that, like at 6-2,
They were 6-2 after the
6-2,
bye.
and you sit
Russell
my
Wilson,
fucking quarterback, I would have gone crazy, dude. They did that shit to us as Chiefs fans a long time ago.
Oh, they have.
So it was, I believe it was Rich Gannon.
Mm-hmm.
So our quarterback went down. Rich Gannon jumps in and goes like fucking 9-2. I don't remember. It was like we had already had a pretty good season. We were looking really good, so we were going playoffs. And then Elvis Gerbach says, "It's in my contract. I get to play in the playoffs." So he comes back off of injury, and this little vagina that's going to get me censored. This little wussy goes out and just sucks butt. He was that terrible. And there was a reason that we got there, and the reason was just sent away to somewhere else. And I was like, are you kidding me? So no, I don't fall for no banana in the tailpipe no more. If you do that crap to me, I will make it very loud and clear. Like, no, we're not going to do that. Like, come on, people. What are you really doing here? Why in the hell would you bench a winning quarterback for a burned up old guy that didn't even fucking work in Denver?
Right.
I mean, ugh, makes me crazy, dude.
Dude, their record was 10-3 after week 12 or after week 14. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 game losing streak. So they were 10-7 going into the playoffs, and then they got.
That's on Russell, man.
Yeah.
That's on bad decision making, brother. Hey, let's wrap this up, my friend.
All right, sounds good.
We're about to the point. So,
well, we didn't get to any callers, but
that's okay. I put it up there. Nobody feels like it. I think it was because I didn't have them on the whole time. These guys can come in later. We got to have our show for a while.
I just have to say, though, that I'm excited to see what happens. I'm excited to see this new season. I'm excited to see what the East does. I'm excited to see what the NFC North. I'm excited. I'm really interested to see how are the Detroit Lions. How are they going to bounce back from losing?
Gosh, that's
their offensive coordinator,
guaranteed wild card if they don't take the division straight up. You know?
Can the Commanders? Can they? I think obviously, me and you all believe that they're going to do well. Can they continue to do as well as they have and branch off what they did this past offseason? Can the Cincinnati Bengals, can they branch out? And
they'll come up, dude. They're going to be hitting the wild card at minimum, I think.
Yeah.
They're going to come and give the Ravens a fight. And if the Steelers would have just kept Fields and like given it hell, maybe they could be in the fight too.
I think honestly, I think they passed on a great quarterback. I think Justin Fields is a good quarterback. I think with the right coaching and the right team around him, just like we talked about, you have your coaches have to put your players in position.
The position is good for the players that helps all of them.
Yeah. You got to play within the strengths of your guys, and if you don't do that, you're not going to
create a play that is like
that benefits them.
matching their talent, skill, their skill set.
That's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know,
Sure,
you have to run plays designed to match the talents of your players, you know.
Sure, bro.
And if the Jets do that, watch out, for real. They have the talent. I think they're better than the Miami Dolphins. I really do. I think they're better than the Patriots. I think they're as good as the Bills if they actually put it all together. I think the Patriots with Mike Vrabel, I think with him coming in, I think he's gonna build a winning culture. I think they're gonna win at least 3.
So we got to talk about wild card on Thursday, though.
Yeah, we can do that.
We better. We've already got our division picks. Mine are set. I got them written down. I'm not going to lose this.
Okay.
Next Thursday, let's go with who's going to make wild card, and then we'll see. Then we'll do a mock playoff run through.
I guess I.
And then when the draft happens, we're going to have to start all over again.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So how's that sound, bro? Thursday?
Sounds good to me, man. We'll see you then, brother.
So let's go, say 8:30 or 9 Eastern time?
Yeah, perfect.
Sounds good, brother. All right, man. Have a great night, Anthony. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for coming in. Good comments today.
All right, man. You have a good night, brother.
Later, bro.
Yeah, see ya.
See ya.